You're training like an animal. Every session, every week. And your body is giving you nothing back. Not because you're a hard gainer. Not because your genetics are bad. Because you're going to bed in a caloric deficit like it's a medal. Like suffering is the point. It's not. Here are 7 desserts that fix that tonight. Number 1. Full-fat Greek yogurt with raw honey and walnuts. The mechanism. Full-fat Greek yogurt is loaded with slow-release protein, the kind that digests over several hours and feeds your muscles while you sleep instead of spiking and crashing like a shake. Walnuts add omega-3 fatty acids that reduce the inflammation, quietly killing your recovery between sessions. Raw honey adds fast carbohydrates and enough of a caloric hit to actually matter. 1 cup of full-fat Greek yogurt, 1 tablespoon of raw honey, a small handful of walnuts. Eat it an hour before bed. The supplement industry would put this in a black bottle, give it a name with an X in it, charge you $60, and put a jacked guy on the label. It's 3 ingredients from any grocery store. They hate that. You shouldn't care. Most men watching this are already doing number 1 wrong. Number 2 is where the calorie problem actually gets solved. Keep going. If you've been eating like a sparrow and blaming your genetics, don't. Blame the plate. Number 2, peanut butter banana rice cakes. The mechanism. Bananas are one of the most underrated calorie-dense foods in this niche. Loaded with potassium, which your muscles need to contract properly, and fast carbohydrates that replenish glycogen after training. Peanut butter adds healthy fats and a secondary protein hit. Rice cakes are the delivery vehicle. Light, fast, and they don't sit in your stomach like a brick at night. 2 rice cakes, 2 tablespoons of natural peanut butter, 1 banana sliced on top. Roughly 450 calories, 45 seconds to make. You're not fat because you eat at night. You're not growing because you don't eat enough. Those are 2 different problems. This fixes the second one. Number 3, cottage cheese with pineapple and a drizzle of honey. Cottage cheese is slow-release protein in its cheapest, most direct form. 1 cup gives you 25 grams of protein that digests over hours, not minutes. Pineapple contains bromelain, an anti-inflammatory enzyme that helps reduce the muscle soreness, slowing your recovery between sessions. The honey makes it taste like something a human being would voluntarily eat. 1 cup. Full fat. Not low fat. Not fat-free. Full fat. Add pineapple. Eat it. Done. Your gym bro is spending $40 a month on casein powder. You just got the same slow-release protein for $1.20. He doesn't need to know. Numbers 1 through 3 are the cheap protein foundation. What comes next is where most men's recovery falls apart. Not because they're lazy, but because nobody told them what's actually missing. Stay with me. Here's the thing about eating at night. You don't get fat because of the clock. You get fat because of the total. The clock just decides how easy it is to mess it up. Your body builds muscle during recovery, not during the workout. Recovery happens at night. The calories and protein you eat in the evening aren't working against you. They're the raw material. The men who are growing figured that out. The men spinning their wheels are still going to bed empty, proud of themselves for it, and wondering why the mirror doesn't change. Stop being proud of being hungry. Start being strategic about being fed. Number 4, dark chocolate with almond butter and sea salt. The mechanism. Dark chocolate, 70% cacao or higher, contains flavonoids that reduce oxidative stress in muscle tissue and support blood flow during recovery. Better blood flow means better nutrient delivery to the muscles that need it. Almond butter adds vitamin E, magnesium, and healthy fats that are direct raw materials for hormone production. Magnesium is one of the most common deficiencies in men who train hard. Low magnesium means disrupted sleep, slower recovery, and suppressed hormone output. That's not a supplement claim. That's basic biochemistry. 2 squares of dark chocolate, 1 tablespoon of almond butter, a pinch of sea salt on top, about 300 calories. Eat it after dinner. The sea salt is not optional. It makes the chocolate taste like something you'd pay $12 for at a restaurant. You made it for 80 cents. You're welcome. Remember the magnesium from number 4? Number 5 hits the same recovery window, and it costs less than $1. Don't skip it. If you're still eating like a bird after training, don't blame your program. Blame your plate. Number 5, overnight oats with full-fat milk, peanut butter, and banana. This one pulls double duty. You make it tonight, you eat it tomorrow morning. or you eat it as a late-night dessert right now. Either way, it works. The mechanism. Oats are a slow-digesting complex carbohydrate that keeps blood sugar stable overnight. Stable blood sugar keeps cortisol from spiking, and cortisol running high while you sleep is one of the fastest ways to undermine the recovery you just spent an hour in the gym earning.
100 grams of oats and like 30 grams of almond butter, banana, and then I add blueberries into the oats as I don't like to eat them because I'd rather.
Full-fat milk adds slow-release protein and fat. Peanut butter adds calories and healthy fats. Banana adds potassium and natural sweetness. Half a cup of oats, 1 cup of full-fat milk, 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, 1 banana sliced. Mix it. Put it in the fridge. Roughly 700 calories and 30 grams of protein. You don't need a meal prep service. You don't need organic everything. You need this list and 10 minutes. That's the gap between the guy who grows and the guy who doesn't. Number 6 is the one I mentioned at the start. $3, 90 seconds. And it's the one your clean eating obsession has been keeping you away from for years. Coming up right now. Everything so far has been solid. Number 6 is where it gets a little uncomfortable. Good. Number 6. Whole eggs scrambled with raw honey and cinnamon. I know, eggs for dessert. Stay with me. Here's the mechanism, and this one matters more than anything else on this list. Whole eggs, not egg whites. Whole eggs. The yolk is where everything lives. Testosterone is synthesized from cholesterol. The yolk comes loaded with cholesterol and the fat-soluble nutrients, vitamin D, vitamin K2, choline, that support the hormonal environment your body needs to actually build muscle. Egg whites give you protein and nothing else. They're fine. They're just incomplete. You've been eating the incomplete version and calling it discipline. For years, the yolk got demonized, and half the fitness world bought the fear. Generations of men eating the clean version of the egg like it was a virtue. Result: less fat, less cholesterol, less of the raw material your hormones run on. Congratulations to everyone who fell for it. Now add raw honey. Raw honey is a fast-acting carbohydrate. When you eat it alongside protein, the insulin response it triggers acts as a delivery signal. It tells your body to store nutrients, not burn them. That's not magic. That's basic biology. Just don't use it as an excuse to empty the jar. 1 tablespoon. That's the dose. Then, the cinnamon. The evidence on cinnamon is modest. Don't expect miracles. What it does is slow the glucose response slightly, which extends the nutrient delivery window instead of spiking and crashing it. It's a small effect. It's a real one. And it makes the whole thing taste like something you'd actually want to eat at 10 p.m. 2 whole eggs, scrambled soft. 1 tablespoon of raw honey drizzled on top. A pinch of cinnamon. $3, 90 seconds. The version of you that's been throwing away the yolk to stay clean has been leaving gains on the table every single morning. That ends tonight. 6 was a little unhinged. I know. Number 7 is where the whole list becomes a system. Stay with me. Number 7. Full-fat ricotta with berries and crushed walnuts. This one ties the whole list together. Ricotta is a slow-digesting dairy protein with a higher fat content than cottage cheese. That fat matters. Dietary fat is the raw material for hormone production. Men who consistently eat low-fat diets have lower testosterone than men who eat adequate fat. That's documented. Your doctor probably never mentioned it. That doesn't mean it's not happening. Walnuts reinforce the omega-3 anti-inflammatory mechanism from number 1, compounding the recovery environment you've been building all night. Berries add antioxidants that reduce oxidative stress in muscle tissue. And the combination of fat, slow protein, and natural sugar from the berries gives your body a steady stream of nutrients through the first hours of sleep, exactly when growth hormone output peaks. Half a cup of full-fat ricotta, a handful of mixed berries, a small handful of crushed walnuts, about 400 calories. Eat it as your last meal of the day. This is the dessert your grandfather ate. He also had testosterone levels that would embarrass most men under 40 today. Think about that. Pick one. Tonight, not tomorrow. If you can't choose one thing from a list of 7 and execute it before you go to bed, you don't need more desserts. You need to stop sabotaging yourself. Number 6. 2 eggs. Raw honey. Cinnamon. 90 seconds. Go. Here's what nobody in this industry is going to tell you. You're not behind because you were not working hard enough. You're behind because you were handed a framework that treats food like the enemy and hunger like a virtue. That framework is costing you muscle, costing you recovery, and costing you results that should already be yours. Real food, eaten consistently, at the right times, in the right amounts. That's the formula. There's no product attached to that sentence. That's why nobody says it. Tomorrow, the 5 cheapest foods at any grocery store that outperform most protein powders on the market. No supplements, no expensive ingredients, just the list. Be here. If this was useful, subscribe. One button. That's it. Now go eat the yolk.